Jesus, that's loud. It's not really tuned. It's fine. I haven't played this in like at least 10 years. It's probably been more like 12. And I was never very good at it to begin with. Like, for real. Is it working? Waiting for someone. Just gonna sit here, plug the C string, stare in that direction. The thing is, I don't have anything to, like, I don't have sheet music. I don't have anything memorized anymore. I don't have a shoe nearby, or I would do that. I don't have a music stand. I didn't have an aux cable until I went to Target and I bought one. This might get loud. And I'm trying to figure out what the latency is to my headphones. Because right now it's going through OBS, and then I have the audio monitor and OBS on. And I don't know. It's pretty bad, actually. Like maybe 50 milliseconds. Yeah, output's 3.5 millimeters. There's a line out, and there's, hold on. This might get very loud. Or it will just not work, which was the other option. Yeah, it has a line out, it has an amplified out for headphones. It has a volume control, which this is maximized. I've had to amplify it in software, and it has a, hold on. This is probably not going to be visible. So it has a volume knob, and it has a reverb knob, which is the hardest thing to turn in the world. And does an amazing thing where it doesn't really work that great. But it has reverb. It's really cool. It's like super light, and it has this neat like crossbar for your chest that doesn't really fit very well, that I might have to figure out. Hi, motorcycle. Hey. So I'm going to embarrass myself. I don't actually have push to talk on, so this might get hard. I mean, I have push to talk on, and so this might get hard. Yeah, so now I get to embarrass myself because like all my muscle memory's gone, and like I just play, just using the bow on an open string is gonna make it. It's gonna sound awful. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And yeah, the latency's pretty bad through the. I don't know what to do now. feel like I've fulfilled my obligation. It's out of tune. I can hear you. Yeah, I mean, either I talk through Mumbo or I talk through the stream. Those are basically your options. Hmm. But what do I do? Like, I don't know how to do shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've set it up in OBS. OBS is the thing that's recording this and streaming it. And well, it's this cable that goes into my computer, just recorded in OBS, and OBS has a monitor mode for like your microphone, because OBS is a professional, and that's currently what I have going on. The thing is, the output of this is really, really quiet. Like the line out's really quiet, and I've had to boost it. And so you guys are actually way louder to me than my instrument. That and there's like a 50, 100 millisecond delay. I'm not good enough at it to tell you exactly what it is. Also, these headphones don't, like, I'm, this doesn't work. I'm sitting in exactly the wrong chair for this. Not, one, I'm really low to the ground. Two, you're not really supposed to sit on a chair with armrests. Also, I have really long fingernails, which is a big no-no, because when you're fingering, you can accidentally twang the strings. Which I never bothered. Long fingernails are just so gosh darn useful for everything that I never bothered even when I was like actually doing this. I just got careful about it. Yeah, that sound. That sound is proof that I don't have the muscle memory anymore. They're they are. Like for real. Fingernails are the most useful thing we have on our fingers, and I can't live without them. God, this is so weird. So there's this thing at the end of it for you guys, because not a lot of people know. Couch is worse. You're supposed to sit on the edge of your seat, but again, because I was an idiot high school student, I didn't do that. Anyway, most of you don't actually know about cellos, so there's this long pin that comes out the bottom, which raises it, that I have to have out way further than I'm used to having, because last time I did this, I was in high school, and I think this is too wrong still. And part of I keep thinking it's set up wrong because my goddamn headphones keep hitting the side of the cello. There is the bridge, which I can tap, where the pickup is, which is directly on the opposite side of the electronics. And the bridge did not come installed, and actually when I tuned it, it kind of got out of whack. So I need to figure out what to do with that. I don't think that matters, it just bothers me. But yeah, it came with strings. Strings seem fine. Like one of them could have been nylon, I've seen that, and they're all metal, that's nice. Remember, you're on a huge delay, so just talk. Uh-huh. Yes, that's definitely 100% true. Um, but also, I'm really bad. That's definitely a large component of it. Like, ooh, that makes a nice sound. Like, for instance, let me make that bad sound again. That. That sort of like shrill sound that it makes. That is a sign that I'm bad. And part of that is I'm playing on an open string, which is a big no-no. Never bow on an open string. So like this is open, and then this. Find it. Hold on. That's the more. That's the sound that you're more accustomed to. Um, and you know when you're good, which I am not, you you never play an open string, and so that helps it. Yeah, well, because you kind of dampen it. And there's actually there's something called a mute, which I don't have, but it's like a rubber thing that you stick on the bridge and you cover the bridge, and that has the effect of somewhat dampening the strings in the same way that a finger does. And when you are lazy and terrible, you play with the mute on all the time because it's a cheat code for being very, very slightly better sounding when you don't know how to otherwise do it. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a reason this isn't on Twitch. I didn't want random people coming in and thinking I was actually good at this because I'm not. And the other weird thing, cellos are normally thick. Like, you know, if you could imagine this, uh, this bit right here is actually not quite as thick as a normal cello is. And normally the whole body is like that. Yeah. And so it's hard to get used to. Right. Yeah, it doesn't need it. It's just hard to get used to playing it. Yeah, well, they look exactly like electric violins. They're just a cello instead. And it's neat. I can kind of put my leg through the. Yeah. The side bits make it easier to hold, though. I'm happy. This is a happy instrument. I can't read violin music. So violin music is in a different clef. Like it's not just higher because of course it is. A violin doesn't play the same range of notes, but it's in a different clef. And I can't play it because I never learned. It's not hard. Yeah, treble clef, the clef that like you should know how to read because you claim to play piano. I think Achen's thinking of the viola clef. The I don't know what it's called, but yeah, the viola clef is dumb. It's like off by one note. It's off by an octave and a note. I don't know. See, that's the fun part is because I've never played piano. I don't really give a shit about that. All I know is like I know where my strings are on the bass clef, and that's all I care about. So I think bass centers on D. I'm actually happy with how this thing sounds. This was a cheap ass electric cello. It was not expensive. So there were a lot of things that could have gone really wrong with this. Nope, failed that. Oh yeah, so yep, body is one piece, and it actually came with the strings on it. It just didn't have this bridge, so the strings were loose. And that's pretty much it. That's like the whole thing. Obviously, it came in a case, which I think is just a normal cello case, so it was way too big. It came with a bow. Came with some rosin, which seems fine. Actually, the bow seems fine too. I had a lot of complaints about that online, but it's fine. Came with some rosin. Came with a really crappy set of headphones. Came with a cable that plugged in the back here and would hook up to an amp, which unfortunately I can't use because I don't have an amp. It has the really thick audio cable jacks on one end. Yeah, that's it. It's the whole thing. It didn't come with a mute, which I am a little bit sad about. Um, oh, I don't know. Normally it's horsehair, but I'm positive that this is too cheap for that. And actually, it's funny. Let's see if I can get it. The other thing is, normally you lay a cello down on its side like this because it's wide enough that you can do it, and I can't. I don't know how to do it. Yes. Exhale. Exhale's the in track. I know you guys can't hear me yet, but I've been saying it for 5 minutes. So it came with this cleaning cloth, which normally a cleaning cloth is the rosin on the bow kind of sprays off when you're playing, and it gets on the varnish on the finish on the wood, and it deteriorates over time if you don't clean it off. On this, I don't know. It's like wood that's painted with acrylic. I don't know if it matters. And it came with this tiny little block of resin. Whoa, let me find the camera. Which fun thing about rosin is when you get it, it's basically a glass with like a completely sheer surface, and of course you get the bow with nothing on it, so it just skates across the surface, and you have to rough it up with a knife. Which that was really fun. You can read a lot of reviews on Amazon for this thing. They're like, the rosin doesn't work, and it's like, yeah, because you gotta like, guys, this is the normal thing you do with rosin. And here's the crappy headphones it came with. They're great. I love them. No, it's neat. Like that. Yeah. And it came in this gigantic box, which is really light because there was almost nothing in it. But yeah, I'm keeping the headphones. Those are a good thing to just have in the case. God damn, it keeps hitting my headphones. I need to figure this shit out. This is not working. Where is it? It's going to be in the treble clef, and then I won't be able to. Oh, yeah. I bought this cable at Target, and it was the longest cable they had. No, I can't play it. God damn it. There's a cello part for some of the. Oh, shit. Zoom, 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 zoom. There we go. Let me look up where D is. Why is this a YouTube video? This does not need to be a YouTube video. God damn. Alto clef, that's the shitty one. Don't at me, viola players. Okay. Oh shit, my strings are getting sticky already. What the fuck? That doesn't sound right at all. Ah, that's why. Still doesn't sound right. That can't be D. That'd be G. God damn it. It is really hard to fight my muscle memory that tells me what this note's supposed to be. Okay, I'm on to something. As mentioned, haven't played an instrument in 10 years. Is this 3-3? I didn't even look at the time signature way up top. What? No. What the fuck is going on here? What is happening to my brain? It has to be... yeah, something's wrong. Because that can't be G. Hi, person I don't have a name for. And I refuse to call you what Tuna Brain just called you. Yeah. Ugh, this is weird. It's breaking my entire brain to do this transposition in my head. I'm not used to this. See? That sounds right. That's not right. Yeah, it's that flat. That is not a place that flats normally show up for me, because that would just be an F sharp. So that's what's screwing me up. I hate this. So this is not hard to play. once I actually know what the notes are supposed to be, because I'm not used to reading it. It took me a second. Unrelated to fish. How would it be related to fish? I can't do string crossings. Nope. I can barely do changing strings. That's not great. No. Lies. It's not even really in tune. I should probably sort that. It's close. Yeah. Nope. 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 And I keep playing two strings at once. Yeah, that keeps happening. This is weird because that wasn't happening before. Nope, if that was in tune, that'd be better. Ugh. Ugh. My fingers are starting to hurt. That's not a good sign. Yeah, it's not actually that tricky. Jesus, I can't read this shit. I mean, I can barely play it. That's a different problem. Hi. Hi. HN. Yes. Um, because you were doing that thing where you put your push talk button over and over again for no reason, and I could hear myself through it. Uh, yeah. That bit's to pick up the measure 10, which is the only part that I recognize. So and I was playing the violin part. I don't know how to fucking play the piano part. That and it. So it is generally not very smart to try to play piano parts on stringed instruments. That part. I fucked it up at the end. That part. The thing is, for some reason, I'm not getting the hang of this top part, and I don't understand it. And I don't think I'm playing it wrong, but and it's definitely because my ability to sight read rhythm has left me 100%. Because it's an eighth note rest, quarter note, eighth note tied to quarter note, and then 3/8 notes tied together. My brain is not like that. Even separating it out, I used to be able to eat this shit for breakfast, and I don't know what's going on anymore. Also, it's an F natural, which is F natural is a sort of unnatural thing to play on a cello. Like, it's fine. It's not more or less unnatural than anything else. It's just when you're as bad at it as I am, and you want to go back to the easy shit, you really want it to be an F sharp. That's what muscle memory says. Oh, I don't actually have the next page of this. I have to find it. Feel better about plucking. That's like recognizably music. That's progress. I mean, either Tuna's drunk or he like lost control of his laptop for a second, which are both pretty cool options. So. It's just such a weird. I'm doing the thing where I know I'm so bad, so I'm using really, really tiny bow strokes, and that's also really bad. If you end up hitting the frog, you know, it does this thing. That's not what you want. Oh! Let's play show and tell. So, this is a bow, right? I hold it on this end. This is called the frog. This is what you use to tighten it. This is called the tip. No surprises there. And the frog has a little metal bit, which when you're playing, if you're down near the frog and you accidentally hit the end of it, it makes a really loud noise. Whereas on the tip, for the most part, if you're good, the tip is kind of like bent away. It doesn't cause the same issue. I mean, obviously avoid doing it, but it's fine. This, what else? We covered, oh yeah, more show and tell. This is the body. Normally, there would be things that are literally called F holes that are shaped like an F that are here, but because there's no resonating cavity for this cello, there's nothing going on there. This is the fingerboard. This is the tail. Already gone over the, forget what it's called. It's the peg. Let's call it that. This is it's the scroll and the tuning pegs. There's also down near the bottom on the tail fine tuners, which are these itty bitty little knobs that adjust the tension in the strings at a slower pace. Hooray! The more you know. I'm still, I don't know how to sit with this thing because it's way too flat. It's a really ooh, triplets. I don't remember there being triplets in Exhale. This violin part doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There are parts of it that I recognize, but that's because the melody in this is carried by the piano, and I wasn't really paying attention to the other parts. Bummer. Whatever. I think I'm going to end the cello stream. I don't know what happened. There is there is like a spotlight from my kitchen shining directly on me right now, and there are no other lights on in this entire apartment. That's amazing. Isn't there... I need to get VCV rack out. I need to do a lot of things. I think I have a copy of Ashokan Farewell somewhere around here that has been transposed in the bass clef. Maybe I could just find that and then fuck it up. Yes. Yes. Yes! I'm so sorry, everybody. Yep, can't do upper positions. It's fine. I've literally lost where I am. Because that is not where I am. I just made that part up because it sounded right. Oh yeah, and I'm totally fucking up the bowing. Among other things. Yeah, that's weird. And it repeats. For a pretty long time. And what the fuck? It goes into tenor clef at the end? That's illegal. That's not allowed. Hey, I have something to try to play. That's good. That's important. Because otherwise I'm just sitting here like, that's no fun. That's no fun. Alright, I'm going to stop the stream. It's close enough to it, it's a song.